The Karretjies Pass is a rough, narrow track that descends down a side arm of the Kloof, itself a side canyon of the much bigger Doring River Canyon. Although this pass is quite short at just 1.5 kilometers, it's the rough nature of the road that makes it something of a challenge. It offers majestic canyon views, steep drop-offs, and a feeling of intense isolation in a harsh and barren landscape. The road has been hacked out of the side of the mountain and is only just wide enough for one vehicle. Overtaking or passing is quite impossible. You'll need a high clearance 4x4 to drive this pass, and low range will be a distinct advantage for more precise control. The pass forms part of the old postal route that connects the Bido Valley in the west with the Elandsvlei farm on the R355 to the east in the Tankwa Karoo. We filmed this pass from west to east in the descending mode. It starts just south of the narrowest point of a secondary kloof of the Kloof, a few kilometers west of the Doring River. If you're traveling in a group, it's best to stop before the pass proper begins. The terrain is flat and stony, with plenty of space to pull over. Park your vehicles and take the short walk to the lip of the canyon. This in itself is an excellent spot to capture the sheer size and scope of the canyon, but it offers the additional bonus of having the opportunity to examine the state of the track on foot, which will stand you in good stead to choose superior driving lines once you tackle it with your vehicle. After the first S-bend, the road suddenly reaches the edge of the canyon and bends sharply and steeply towards the right as it hugs the southernmost buttress. The views here are jaw-dropping, but drivers will need 100% concentration down this pass. Select low range if your vehicle is so equipped and crawl your way down the track, being mindful not to get any sidewall cuts from the thousands of sharp rocks scattered along the track. The terrain is harsh and peppered with rocks and stones and not much vegetation, as the ancient and timeless landscape lies spread out below you like a 3D geology model. The road can be seen some distance ahead as it descends slowly along the southern side of the kloof. Although the pass is fairly short, it does take between 10 and 15 minutes to drive it due to the slow speed that is necessary. Tire deflation is vitally important to implement on this pass, as it will greatly improve traction as well as make for a more comfortable ride. An additional bonus is that those vehicles with softer tires are far less likely to get punctures. Tires should be deflated to between 1.1 and 1.4 bar. When descending steep gravel passes, don't descend with the clutch depressed, as your vehicle will have very little traction. Rather select a lower gear to suit the speed that you require and keep your foot off the clutch. It also helps to move your seat a notch or two further forward, which will improve your vision over the terrain immediately in front of your vehicle, as well as give you better control over the steering wheel. Never hook your thumbs into the steering wheel spokes, as a sudden stop against a rock could spin the steering wheel, dislocating or even breaking a thumb or a finger. The Karretjies Pass lies fairly close to the Tankwa Karoo National Park, whose area has been increased from an initial 260 to 1,436 square kilometers. It's bounded on the east by the Roggeveld Mountains, on the west by the Cederberg, to the north by the Kouwebokkeveld Mountains, and on the south by the scattered foothills of the Kudusberge and Klein Roggeveld Mountains, as well as the Tankwa River. In 1998, Conrad Strauss sold 280 square kilometers of sheep farm to the South African National Parks. The park has started the reintroduction of game that used to be found naturally in the area. Research was done beforehand to ensure that introduced animals would survive on the overgrazed veldt. The vegetation in the park falls within the succulent Karoo biome and has been described as very sparse shrubland and dwarf shrubland. The park is home to a large variety of birds, including 188 species, such as the black-headed canary, Ludwig's bustard, and the black-eared sparrowlark. Peak birding season is between August and October. If you intend driving this pass, it's vital to review our page on the old postal route, which covers the entire 53-kilometer route, of which Karretjies Pass makes up only a very small section.